Yeah.
Stafford, the reports in Vegas are that it may work out with Stafford going to the Raiders, as puzzling as I would find that. So if someone were to say the Rams should just then pivot and get Aaron Rodgers when Stafford leaves, is that ridiculous?
No, it's not ridiculous. Look, I think this is the kind of place that Aaron Rodgers needs at this point. And quite honestly, I think the Rams are uniquely set up because of the leadership of Sean McVay and the way in which he runs that program to handle a guy like Aaron Rodgers, who's been outspoken, has been someone who wants things done his way. And I think Sean McVay could really kind of put the clamps on that and say, hey, look, that's not how we do things here. That's not how you're going to do things here. It's not. This isn't the New York Jets. This isn't the Green Bay Packers at the end of your career. We do things my way. I have a system that will, without a doubt, maximize your strengths and hide some of your weaknesses. So let's just get on with it and get on down the road here and try and win some football games because we're set up to win. So, yeah, I think that would be a good match because it's a place where the team needs him. He needs that kind of team.
I can't imagine how this could possibly work out better for Rodgers than if that is the way this goes. Like for Aaron Rodgers, who looked a week and a half ago like he may have no options, to suddenly fall into that or to be placed there would be unbelievable. So Tannenbaum, help me with some math. If Rams plus Stafford equals a legitimate contender, then what does Rams plus Rodgers equal?
A little bit of a step back. 4 years older, not as mobile as Matthew Stafford, a lot better economically. I think they're a wild card team, but then I'm assuming San Francisco's healthy. I think they win the West, and I think about teams like Philadelphia, obviously Minnesota, Detroit, and I think the Rams take a little bit of a step back. Now, look, you look at this and say, hey, Aaron Rodgers held serve with, Matthew Stafford. There was a coaching change in New York. But again, I'm going down to that last number there, Greeny. Aaron Rodgers could be 42 by the end of the season. That matters. And even though Sean McVay is a great play caller, at some point that age and lack of mobility is going to catch up. So even though he'll be cheaper, and I'm sure that's part of the Rams' calculus, it's really a one-year marriage of convenience for Rodgers and the Rams, and I think the Rams have got to think about their future and maybe draft a quarterback in the second or third round.
That's fine, but here's what I would say, Lewis. Aaron Rodgers put those numbers up with quite possibly the worst coaching situation in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
And now he'd be going to what might be the best coaching situation in the entire NFL, right? I mean, I would bet on this thing working. I don't know that win the Super Bowl, but I would bet on this thing working. Quick thought, Lewis.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that would be beneficial to Aaron. That would obviously make the situation would be much better than what he had last year. The one thing that we can't really calculate and that we will never know until he steps on the field for a regular season game is this: what is the diminishment? Like, what level of diminishing skills does he actually suffer from last year to this year? What does that look like in 2025? Because there's going to be a step down. It just happens at this point in your career. Your arm strength is going to start to fall off a little bit more. Your mobility may be less than it was in 2024. There's just going to be things that you can't account for, and what that looks like, that's part of the risk that the Rams would be taking if they are to bring in someone like Aaron at this point in his career.
Graz, 10 seconds to finish it. Go.
I think that's a pivot the Rams would strongly consider if Matthew Stafford does end up leaving for the Giants or the Raiders. I think Rodgers would be at or near the top of their list of options.
And as Graziano said at the very beginning of this hour, we expect some resolution on this Stafford thing soon, like potentially today or by the end of the weekend. Meanwhile, tomorrow, our ABC Hockey
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just want to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.